no veas, a Sevilla. Y al último que cuando ya salió la bien de regla.
It is Saturday on Raid Shadow Legends, but you knew that. Today we are back on the account of Dark Moose, and we're going to be looking at one of Raid's more, well, less looked at mythicals in the game, Fjorad Wolfheart. He was released in a pretty... Oh, my webcam has broken down. Okay. Okay, a bit of technical faults there for a second. Webcam just decided to not work for whatever reason. Anyway, so Fjorad Wolfhart was originally released in a pretty sorry state. They've buffed him since, and many believe that, unlike what Geralt Bloodmore got, the buff to Fjorad Wolfhart was not enough. So the main thing that they changed regarding this champion was the passive, where previously it only applied to himself, but now it's whenever anyone of the team at all receives a debuff, has a chance of freezing them, increased 100% chance, doesn't check accuracy, can't be resisted if they're from the Galian Pact, so Ogrins, Lizardmen, Orcs, Skinwalkers. There's a fair few meta champions dotted around those, not just Marias, not just Garrel, a few others. But the main thing stopping this is, one, it can be wandered, and two, Mercurial stops it in a way because Mercurial's an absolute forehead of game design. Although, honestly, my odds are better with it in the game now than it was before. You go over to the alt form, they also buffed his damage multipliers, so this now ignores 15% defense, 35% in the frozen. The passive now works whenever it attempts to do this. Actually, how'd this work again? I'm going to check. And has the same freeze that was on the passive regarding debuffs, except now it is for whenever another champion on that team is slain. And Baslat, they made this ignore block damage. I believe it didn't do that before. Also, the freeze, it didn't do that before. This, I think they just increased the damage multiplier on it. Previously, it was just if it were under freeze. Now it's under all of these. But once again, I'll double check. I could be wrong. Now, regarding a build, we just have generic 4-piece lethal, 4-piece stone skin, because right now on this profile we don't have coherent 9 Mercurial as much as we'd really like it. The relic is a essence quencher because our cat's gazes are locked away on Marias the Gallant and Joan the Luminant. Master is... I actually haven't finished them. Okay, so I think for him we just want the defense tree and then both of the counterattacks because those are pretty good on him. This, that, and that. And he's booked with 1-star lightning cage. Yeah, he's only got a 1-star blessing. That's subject to change, but it's not up on my to do to try and do that. So with him, we're going to be using a couple of the other dwarves who specialize in freezes because champion is not entirely liable at doing that. So go over to faction, over to dwarves. First we have Tormin the Cold, classic as ever. He's in 4-piece stun and then some perception pieces for accuracy. I could probably change this over to something else, but we'll leave it at that. Actually, can I put this in a 4-piece stone skin to get better protection at the start? Give me one moment. Turns out, yes we can. I've also changed the relic. God, what's happening with us? Okay, right. I'll change Relic to Hand of Uncreation, mostly because I don't really have anything better to button him, and the masteries are kind of as you'd expect. because Fearsome Presence works for passive, both parts of it, and also because this Tormin has Polymorph. Will that mean we get wandered at least once in this session? The answer is yes. And then the last part of the team is going to be Hilvi the rime-called. Now Hilvi, as we all know, as I especially well know, that she's better in 9-piece Mercurial. However, we don't have a Mercurial banner here. Really, I'll show you. Like, filter, equipped. Yeah, see? No banner there. So instead we just tried to make her fast, or at least fast-ish. Please. Come on. I know it's like a 15 quid webcam or how much was from Amazon, but come on now. But like that, past that, we're going to try and first pick Fabian as we can because... Okay, you know what? This has to be a session where I'm not using the Amphilis if it's going to keep doing that because I can't bother babysitting it all the time, so, yep. 3, 2, 1. And let's just do this without myself being visible on the screen, shall we? Okay, so went through the first 5 games to pretty poor result. We won 1, lost the next 3, and then went against a bot. And I very nearly went into one of the battles with 3-piece stone skin on Tormin, alongside a couple of malfunctions in what I had hastily put together. Okay, so already Nace is not a champion we really want to see in the context of trying to use Fjorad and freezes, especially when he's in Wand and Chainbreaker. So what we're going to do is we'll take Marias. Can't take Arbiter because that's our fastest champ, so we'll just take Hilvi here because Hilvi should at least still be somewhat decent into him, even if we don't have any protection on her. So if she doesn't get wandered off her freeze, then so be it. But Marias by himself should eat up a ban, so it can work from there. It probably will just be a matter of banning an ace and going against the rest. Okay, Tormin for Fjorad. Fortunately, none of his team is Galleon packed, so might struggle a bit, but saying if you want to lock out the Fjorad, then he's going to just alt form. Unlikely Crixia gets frozen off the buff strip. I think it's only on debuffs Fjorad passive works, so yeah, if it's buff strip and lockout, then Fjorad won't stopless. Okay, they are faster than us. Oh, okay. Tormin passive, Wintry Wind. Okay. Stuck. Lockout, and this might be the first game where Fjorad puts in some work. Excuse me, how can we go in first again? I am not that slow, I think. Alright, do your worst. I'm anomaly. We're gonna alt form. Okay, that's fine. Unmaking, and of course he gets that through Lightning Cage and through Affinity. Polymorph? No, I don't think so. It's a bit of... Feel that. Can I get the freeze? I can. Okay. Didn't even get wandered. Alright. Okay, Fjorad, your time to shine. A2. Icequake. And really did not do as much damage as I would have ever have liked. Okay. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Get your feared. Deterrence. He's in Swift Parry. Let's take that off him. And he's in delay. Okay, well, I guess Fjorad doesn't get to hit him again now, so. If you want me to go over Fjorad's stat distribution real quick, then we just find him. So I put him in the best I reasonably could here. Like, sort of, there wasn't anything with HP percentage as a last stat. He had the accuracy in a way for the most part. This one's piece is fine. This piece is also fine. This one's pretty good. I couldn't bother changing this. It's the second best. Again, fine. Decent enough. Sure. And can I rework this into accuracy or HP? No, I can't. I'm not trying to scan because it's too expensive. Okay. If it's not going to work, it's not going to work. Go through Relic and then Masteries. Tell you what. Give him that just in case someone else is dead. Background multi-battle complete. Don't care. Didn't task. And next game is going to be... Let's see if he picks for Turtles. He's not going to, but... In case you can't tell, we are pretty reliant on having first pick here. Otherwise, this can go a bit wrong because Hilvi's then a bit stuck. And the Butter Creaturation goes through Lightning Cages, so that's not going to save our Fjorad's Stones can be stripped. Short Anomaly Armands. We need to go first, so I'll take Hilvi and Arbiter. Three champions of a 400 speed. Does that mean we aren't going to pick like a 480 speed Scythian and go first before us? It's possible. And then last is going to be Tormin and Fjorad. Because even if they ban Fjorad, which is probably our only way to do any kind of damage to them, we can just potentially lock them down with Fabian, Hilvi, Tormin. Okay, that is fine. But we take the last part of our freeze team and work from there. Both Marias and Predator are the Galleon Pact, so if they place any debuff on us, they're going to get frozen, provided they don't want it. But Marias is typically not in wand, sometimes they are. Predator usually is. Nell. Am I worried about the Nell? With this team, I feel like the answer is no, so I'll just ban the 6-star Anomaly and work from there. They banned the Hilvi. I'm not really too surprised by that, and let's keep going. One of these games, I'm going to get a good permadeath kill with Fjorad Alte 3. Oh, it's 9-piece Mercurial Predator. Interesting. And this Nell doesn't have lethal dose, so or Arachno Elixir, so right, you're locked out. Let's just provoke them. Okay, he jumps twice because one is counterattack and one is Deterrence Mastery. Do this, try and take Stack of Stones can off them. And then now we do this. You are frozen. And we alt form. So this free debuff can't be blocked or resisted for any from the Galleon Pact. So down Marias goes, and then Predator dodges and Armands wants to freeze. That's unfortunate. However, he's locked out, so he can't one-shot our entire team. Polymorph. Try and weak hit. Boost again. And now Armands, I think he's locked out, but no, he's not. Okay. Up, wandered and frozen. This is a bit messy. Who are we jumping on? Okay, Arbiter just about lives. And now this Predator is vulnerable because he's not have a stack anymore. Both my damage dealers are frozen for a turn, which is a bit unfortunate, but okay, boost. Try and push his Terminator back a little bit. Crit Fabian, by the way, because, you know, supports don't do damage. I push a Tormin back again. No, I can't, but I can whistle you down. I've done... Yeah, I know, the country's a war zone. Like, calm down. We're more than aware of that over on this coastal island. Okay. Does anyone on either team do any kind of damage? I feel like the answer is... push you back. Okay, surely Fjorad can clear it from here, right? Or am I going to... Okay, there we go. 120,000. It's okay. In the context of priority, we had weaken on him, plus weak affinity. I don't know, that was not the most dominant performance on my other side there. Felt like I was slapping around those in a primary school, so yeah, I am the strongest in our playground. Okay, they've taken Fabian, I'll take my Hilvi and my way to go first. They are trying to compete with us in that regard. So next is going to be both of our Dwarf again. And I'm not going to ban the shoes in here just in case she's somehow over 461 speed. I think that's the speed of the Arbiter. I could be wrong. Yeah, man. I have counterpick for whatever it's worth. Okay, Siegfried and Solna. Now, I said this is going to be a thing where I'm picking these three dwarves, but if I'm seeing Siegfried, I'm taking Joan. Ban the shoes then, because it's the only way that they're going first. Game. They banned the Arbiter. We should still be faster. And if we're not, no big deal, because if Joan gets locked out, she just alt forms. Okay. Yep, they are... However, it's worth noting that we cannot freeze Solinar. And now he's got Shatter buff. Now he's got increased defense buff. Right, let's see. Can we remove buffs? We can. Okay, so he's at least not got those going for him. Okay, then in that case, we'll do this. He's going to attack a turn. We will sweep through like that, block damage. And then I will alt form. And the thing is, like, if I do this, Siegfried's going to... but I am... Oh, that freezes him. Okay, right. So, therefore, he is stuck. There we go. That's how I get him. Go on, John. Finish him off. Here comes Solnar back for round 2. He can't ignore block damage. And get out of there. Joan, still good. As much as people say possible otherwise, still good. Yeah, the freeze can't be blocked or resisted if they're from the Galleon Pact, but otherwise it will just put it on them. So that Siegfried was a little bit stuck there. Okay, sure, Mariah's Predator, see if I care. I'm going to take 2 ways to go first. Of course, picking Fjorad Tormin means we're a bit light on damage, but if we're banning one of them, it means we have 2 of the CC champions there, so we can just do a funny with them until we get wandered, in which case we take the loss. Okay, fine. Now, if there was Dwarf Unity on here, would I pick them? I think the answer is no, because what happens there is Hilvi's going to get banned even more than she already is. And, Star Sage. Tell you what, he's the only source of block debuffs on the team, so we'll get rid of that. We shall go first and show his Predator why there are some things that he actually has generally a bad matchup into. He's not entirely unstoppable, he's just, well, better than most other things in the game. As a club champion, no less. Okay, total guard, 1 stack on them, 3 stacks on the Carnage. So, however, even if we do this, Tormin is going to take that Mercurial stack off them. He jumps, and now we can freeze the Marias. We alt form, and this Predator may just get frozen. Swift parry. Really? Swift parry Marias. Okay, but we have provoked a Predator and he's stunned because we have stun set on us. And next I'll just boost again. Up the HP burn effect. The frozen HP burn. I'm going to boost again, and unfortunately Carnage goes first. Tried to lap them as much as we can, but no, we need to be a little bit faster for that. Spread for big stupid. Take the stack off you. Resisted. Alright, normally how are we doing this? Oh, that does not work. And now we use Ice Quake. And that does not as much damage as I'd like, even though we have plenty of ignore defense. Okay, Tormin can't do it because his passive is blocked. Am I just about to pass on here? Surely not. Attacks enemy. Can't be freeze blocked or resisted from a Galleon Impact, however, Predator can still dodge it. He does not dodge it on a 50-50 chance, and we are fine. Tormin reactivates. You're stunned again. I'm just boosting for no reason here, and Tormin hitting almost harder than Fjorad does, even though I'm pretty sure we didn't have a defense buff on us. Okay, next game. I'll try and sort out what I'm doing with the webcam afterwards. It's still lying on the side of the desk, utterly defeated in its failure to perform basic function. You get what you paid for, right? Okay, Hilvi and Arbiter right off the bat because we want to go first, as our only other way to deal with Fabian if their counter picks are not great for us. And yep, another Predator, another Star Sage. Take both Ladorf. And what's it going to be? So far, Predator has to run a lot of evasion checks where if he fails dodge a single time, he gets stuck. Okay, Anomaly and Solnar. Who are we going to take? Part of me wants to take Carnage into this. Yeah, let's take Carnage. We'll ban the Fabian because that's the most troublesome part of a team. And if they are Mercurial, then Carnage is going to take off the stack souls pretty quickly. Right, who are we banning? Yep, bans the Carnage. Means we keep our Arbiter, we keep our Freeze team, and let's go for it, shall we? Right, how are we doing? Okay, Stone Skins. Oh, that's why I didn't ban the Carnage, because... Okay, let's see, can I take these Stone Skins off them? Nope, instead now he is Revive on Death, and Hilvi has been Wandered. This is not great, but I'm going to do it anyway. We cut his turn meter. We're now fatigued. And how are we going to do this? Sadly, we don't have a way to break through this, so I'm going to just do this for the boost. Ping back up. And Sonar knocks him back down because we're getting turn meter. Sonar does not like that. And let's see, can we take these buffs off him? We can take some of them off, but if we stun him, he's going to just gain another one. And I think now we pass on. That's the issue with having... okay, Star Stage has a wand, and we are about to say goodbye to our entire team, I believe. Unless a weak hit. Okay, yeah. That was timely intervention. Gave turn meter. Sonar counter-attacked. That's the end of the game. Predator stood there and did nothing. Could we have banned the Sonar? Yes, we could have. So, I would do more. However, I want to refine this slightly in terms of the gearing. That's going to take me time and the gear enhancement event because I want to do it during that. And I want to try and get this webcam to work again because otherwise it's just a empty screen like this and you can't see myself gulping at it through the mask of hiding my identity. And that's really all I have to say in the matter, so I'll let you go. I have to see what's in my box, and until next time, see ya.